What year was that when you and Suge Knight had that run in?
I think this was right after uh he had just got released from jail, probably like after the Tupac incident when Tupac passed away. It was a fresh Suge. Yeah, it was a fresh Suge. Yeah, I had the nigga beard was still right. It was the fresh Suge.
Hypothetically, right? If y'all did fight, how do you think it would have turned out?
I would have dropped him. And if he would try to grab me, I would like everybody. I'm like that's you have to know me to know like I'm not like I said like I would have dropped in it. That's all I ever fought was big niggas my whole life. Nigga. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to do none of that shit. I'm just telling you the truth and the facts. And I've always fought. I'm used to fighting more than one nigga. Like you know what I'm saying. I didn't have to fight and you know like and be you know what I'm saying. That's what I know how to. You feel me? Like I always had to be like you know what I'm saying. The problem with everybody is about how big is Suge heart. We got the same kind of heart though. You think everybody heart the same and everybody heart beat? It's the heart. It's not about the bigness. Everybody heart is still the same. It's not about how big you are. It's about the heart. See, and another thing about big guys, right? This is the thing that they never fight. They just walk and everybody say, "Oh, I ain't fucking with that big nigga," oh, nah, yeah, because they're big, right? But when you see a big nigga and you look back at him and that's the different kind of little that. Oh, hey, nah, hey man, I ain't, hey, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that every big nigga. It's the big bully niggas. They just feel like you know what I mean.
Do you feel like you would have did more damage than a barber?
It's not about doing better. It's not even about none of that. Like I don't. I'm just telling you. I don't know how good he did or what he did not do. I don't know what they did. I'm telling you, if me and Suge got into it, I felt like I was gonna drop him. That's all I could tell you. I don't know what the barber did. I wasn't there. I don't know if the Suge slipped on a piece of glass or some I don't know. But I tell you one thing, I wasn't going. I'm not. I wouldn't. I'm not going. I'm not running from the fade or nothing like that unless a nigga have a gun or something like that. That's a different whole scenario, like guns and all that kind of weird shit. I don't play. You know what I'm saying? But head up fade, we gotta. I need it, and whatever the outcome is, it is what it is. Like you see, with me and Mutar squad, it was just we just fought, and it was like we lived to see another day. It was head up fade. It was just a head up.
Yeah, shout out to Mutai. And he did speak about that on my platform. You seen it?
I feel like his version of the fight was he not supposed to get on TV and say he lost or anything like that, man. He didn't lose because he was just he was just stand up about it, man. Like it was like 20 niggas that came after that. He was like, nah, nah, nah. Like we fought, you know what I'm saying, and it was fair and square, and that's what it was. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and say that his what he said was wrong. I'm gonna validate what he said because it's the right thing to do, man. Like we got past that, and you know, I'll tell you this: like he didn't run. He got hard. Like he fought, whether he won or lost. Right? He fought. Pistol fell out. He didn't pick it up and use it. You think I got something bad to say about a nigga that did that, man? You think I'm gonna sit up and say I beat this nigga up after he did all that shit? Come on, man. Nah, nigga solid.
You was with Jay Prince when you confronted Suge, right?
He just went there to make sure that it would that I can get that conversation off. He just went there to be like, I'm gonna come, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I need to go talk to this nigga. So just be my witness that this what it was. And if Suge wanted to head up fade, I would have wanted to head up. We could have. if that's what it was gonna be, then that's what it was gonna be. Nobody jump in, nobody nothing. We could have squad right there, and then whatever the outcome was gonna be the outcome. But it happened. Jay Prince, nobody's not gonna say that that situation wasn't real. I can't make that up.
When you confronted Suge, who was with him?
No, he was with a bunch of niggas that are Bloods. We was at San Vicente. We pulled in the gate. We went in there. When we got in there, Suge was like, that's Lil J, that's Lil J, that's Lil J. Let him through, let him through. So we get in there. Suge started dabbing everybody up. He see me. He like, what's up? Let me holler at you though, man. So we go to the side, like 50 feet away from everybody. Nobody see our conversation. We on the side by ourselves. I said, what's up, Suge? He said, what's up? I said, you ran up on me the other night with like 10, 15 Bloods. What was that about? I said, because, I don't really roll the gang in it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I get niggas head up fades if it's I get niggas head up fades. He said, if you want the head up fade, we can do that too. I said, listen, that's cool. But I'm trying to figure out what the issue is. Like, what's our problem? I said, I always liked Death Row. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Like, and we never had an issue before. See, this is the thing, Art. I'm not trying to be tough. I'm not saying like, let's get it. I'm like, hold on. I want peace first. This is me. I want peace. In the event that there can't be any peace, then I'm going to take off. When I know that when I know like we supposed to have it ain't peace, then I'm gonna take off. Like we can get down. But I didn't come there for that. I just came there to see what it was. And so we squashed it and I thought it was over. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I don't want nobody to think that I'm just trying to be like I'm just this tough at cause you know how the internet be like, this nigga think it ain't that. Like I'm just telling you what the really happened. And if that make people feel some type of way, then I can't help you.
You think if you would have knocked Suge out, them Bloods he was with would have let that fly?
So when I say knocked out, like first of all, I've never said. Let me. Yeah, because I never claimed to be a knockout artist. That's not my style. I'm not a knockout artist. I'm just a hell of a fighter. I'm not a knockout artist though. It looks good when I'm beating your ass though. So the Bloods that were there, I just think they would let it be a head up. Like you got it's Jay. Like we just would have been like, let's just get down real fast. I don't think nobody, you know what I'm saying?